Hello everybody. Hey, it's Ken Faulkner here with another knife video, and this one is an actual unboxing. I just got home from work. My girlfriend and the cat are kind of snoozing right now, so I'm taking advantage of the quiet apartment. I'm trying to keep it quiet because they're resting. But I just wanted to do this unboxing because, I can't wait, but I just got home and I just got this thing off the front porch, so pretty excited. It's a good one too. All right, so this is the knife for the day, the Pena X Series Caballero. Very nice knife, great fit and finish. I don't know who does their OEM or if they're making their own knives. Just don't know enough about Pena. This is my only Pena knife. I do know because I talked to them at Blade Show, Texas, and I do know that they started out making slip joints, and you can kind of see that in the style of this particular knife. It looks very slip joint-y. It is a frame lock though, and it's got this cool Sagaha, I think that's how you pronounce it, pattern, which is beautiful, and the knife itself is so nice. The grind lines on it are really great. It's pretty thick for a small little knife. I was doing the that Kershaw Leek last night. It's so thin. This one's much thicker, and even though it's a flat, pretty much the full flat, it's still pretty thick behind the edge. But the reality is that this thing cuts really well. I didn't have to touch it up like I did the other one, the Leek. Of course, this one is an M390 steel. Right there, you can see it, and yeah, it's held up over time. I picked this one up on the secondary, and I really don't tend to spend as much on smaller knives, except for Jack Wolf, but that's different. That's the slip joint category. But as far as folders, and you've seen it through the first couple that I've carried this week. Usually a little bit lower, closer to budget knives. This one is actually a $300 knife. I don't think I paid that much on the secondary. I'm pretty sure I paid less. But I have to admit, I did want to get that Sagaha pattern, and it was just an opportunity I couldn't pass up. Plus, I wanted to get a Pena because I knew there were people speak highly of them, and I want to see what it's all about. So let's open the box real quick. We'll get back to this one and the experience from the day. You can see how well it cuts through the tape here. Trying to keep the addresses not seen, since this is an actual unboxing. This is a box from Blade HQ, and this is a knife that I had on my list for Blade Show when I went. And I looked at it at the booth, but it was a little expensive, and it was on sale at Blade HQ, so I got somewhere around $50 off. Plus, I got to throw in a couple extra things, and you'll see what I'm talking about. So I got some paper here. Cat loves this paper, so that's going to be a little present for him. And then look at that, we got the Chavez box. So it's a Chavez, but I got a couple little extras. So why don't we hold off on looking at the Chavez knife and see, that's one thing about when you order from Blade HQ is that they'll have things, a lot of times they'll say, if you spend this much money, you get this for free. And so I got this knife roll for free. I have quite a few. They come in real handy traveling. Usually when I'm going to Blade shows, since I'm flying, I don't carry a whole bunch of knives. So this is a WE CBB Syncut one. And all the big companies make them. I've got a Kershaw one, so that's pretty nice. Get this guy out of the way. Maybe move this back out because it is a lot bigger than I expected. Interesting. So we got mesh, and they're in little slots, about 2 finger wide on all of those. Yeah, it's a little different design than the other ones that I've seen. Yeah, or that I own, I should say. And yeah, it rolls up, and yeah, nice. We'll see how it looks when it has some knives in it. But yeah, this is great. Got a little handle on it. So there you go. Freebie. Very nice. Of course, I might end up throwing that in a giveaway too. That's another possibility because I do have a few of those. I probably don't need another one. And let's look at what else we got, because we got something else other than the Chavez in this box. It's a little guy. Oh, look. QSP. QSP. So, what did I get? I got the Blade HQ Blue Parrot from QSP for free. I don't know that I would have bought it, you know, at the regular price or anything like that, but since it was offered, I am going to take advantage of that. We got some cool stickers, a couple of cool penguin stickers, the usual card thing, and let's take a look at this knife. QSP has been, you know, I gave away that Vault recently, and then I won the Kestrel, and so I have been enjoying a few more QSPs than usual, because before that it was pretty much the penguin. I don't think I had any other ones. So this is the Parrot. So it looks like a nice budget knife. I don't know what the cost is because I didn't pay it, but I believe it's a budget. It's D2, nice G10. I like the blue. I like blue, and then some milling there and good texture. I don't have as good a texture vision as Mr. B's blades, but you can probably see it there. But I can feel it for sure, so you might have to take my word for it. Nice little knife, little spear pointy guy with a D2 with a coating, so it's nice. Nice grind on it. I like those ones that come from the back here at the Ricasso and over by the thumb studs and just kind of swoop up and then all the way out. Very nice look. Got a little bit of oil. Maybe we can wipe that off. I don't know if that's going to look that much different. Just a little bit. It's not like a Tucson where you have to, you know, change the oil on it before you use the knife. It's got so much. Yeah, it looks nice. Nice, nice, nice. This one could be a giveaway. We'll see how it goes. I'll probably carry it for a while just to see, but you know, in light, you know, not. I'll be gentle with it, and unless I decided that I just need to keep it, and then I can be a little bit more. You know, even my most hard use carries don't get much, you know, in the way of scratches or anything like that. I have been known to scratch a blade or two, but got steel liners in there. Liner lock, access to the liner is really good. Nice size. You know, I'm getting in these smaller knives. It's got a little squeak to it. I don't know if you can hear that. Just get past the detent. So maybe you just have to throw a little oil on the pivot, or maybe it just needs to wear in. You know what it probably is a lot of times with these, that coating and on the detent ball, it's kind of wearing a little track in the detent ball, and it takes a while before it breaks in. But it's already got some good action. Yeah, you can hear it. That's funny. Great price though for me, and I get a money back guarantee. If I don't like it, I can send it back and not get any money back. Anyway, let's get rid of the jokes. All the jokes aside, free things are always good, right? What else we got in here? We got this guy, of course, and then it looks like we got a sticker. So Blade HQ is good with that. I hate knives. Just kidding. Can you imagine? Oh, I love it. Love it. Some really cool stickers. Let's see, maybe there's some stickers in here too. Now, I have been looking at the Blue Label Chavez, but they don't have this particular one in the Blue Label. So this is the full-blown version. Doesn't say anything on the outside. Chavez knives. Doesn't tell you what it is. I've been excited about this one. And again, you know, Chris over at the Unprofessional Dad EDC, he likes to talk about how I've influenced him to buy knives. But he's been showing that this knife for a while, and I love the blade shape on it. I got two other Chavez. This is my third, but the other two are kind of the same blade shape, different sizes, but same blade shape. But this one's got a different kind of shape, so I really liked it from the beginning, from first seeing it. And then when I found that little price cut on it, I had to go for it. It's got a kind of cool, different kind of look because it's got some micarta. Got a little, maybe that. Okay, there you go. That helps you get it out. Oh, micarta and titanium right there. M390 steel. Of course, it's got the awesome clip that I would not switch out for anything, but it does give you. They do give you that other clip. I'll find some way to get this out. There we go. So we get just the plain Jane clip. And I guess that's kind for those people that are unhappy about this, but I'm not using that clip. I'll keep it around. You never know. If I end up selling this knife someday, I will keep it for somebody else. But look, another cool thing. It doesn't have the horns. The screws are from the back side. I know a lot of people complain about that. I think this is the older school way, and maybe they're just like listening to people. But yeah, nice little bolster action there. So it's got the bolster lock, which is I really like that a lot. I am a big fan of micarta. This is pretty slick micarta, but it still has more texture than unmilled titanium. There's a little bit more texture and probably kind of color and patina over time. But it also does cover up a lot of that frame lock. So the frame lock turns into like a bolster lock. So much nicer. Let me flick this thing out. I've made you wait too long already. There it is. So that's a cool shape. It's like it's almost like a spear point with a little clip on the front. It's got a nice little belly, but that tip is not too high, not too low. Very much kind of in line with the pivot. This one is the. Am I gonna forget what it's called? Oh, here's the sticker. The Scapegoat Street. So yeah, I didn't see any other. The full size ones. I'm not sure which size Chris has. He may have the full size one. But this is the Street. But yeah, I mean, size wise, it's not bad at all. Not at all. We'll go ahead and measure this thing up. I'm not gonna, this is just first impressions. Obviously, a real unboxing. It's like 3 inches. Let me slightly under 3 inches on the edge. But then it's got about a 3.5 inch on the blade, and that's what I kind of like. And then your handle is like a good 4 inches, maybe a little bit longer if you go all the way here, 4 3/8. But yeah, definitely a good size. And you got that big finger choil. I do like the choke up. I do like that feeling of that choke up. No jimping here at all. There's a little bit of texture on the thumb studs. See what the detent feels like. Not bad. I've had some Chavez's. I don't know how you Chavez's. That when you first get them, it's really hard to flick them out. But this feels really good. It feels really good. The action feels awesome. Of course, Riot is the OEM, so quality stuff. Nice. Feels good in the hand. Yeah, I'm so happy to have this Scapegoat. It's just a little different than the usual kind of drop point Chavez. Probably should have had some Chavez's out. Well, I will do a full video talking about this knife later, and I'll probably break out my other two, and we'll compare them all. But yeah, super excited. Super duper excited. All right. So I'm going to put this guy away, and then we'll go back to talking about the Pena. This Pena Caballero. I'd never seen it before. I saw it for sale. And yeah, I mean, it was kind of like an impulse sort of thing. It was one of these things, it was, and I'm blanking again. Stella's Knife and Session. A lot of times she gets into this point where she needs money for various things. I think her dog was I think it's the time when her dog needed a surgery and she was trying to raise money. So I felt like I really needed to help out with that. But yeah, and then I got the Sagaha pattern. I got a Pena knife all in it. So yeah, I definitely wanted to put this into the small knife carry. And this one is got to be under 3 inches, even all the way. The blade length itself is about 2 3/4 about, and then the edge length is somewhere about 2 5/8. If you go straight across, it's about 2 5/8. So small, but I could still pretty much get my full hand on here. Even in this finger choil, I get like a half, like it's 3.5. But it doesn't feel like I'm hanging off. It feels like it's still on that handle. It's just a little bit hanging off the end. And I can choke up here to this flat if I wanted to get it on there, but it doesn't feel too bad here. It's not that thin here. Not like the Kershaw Leek. That's about almost a 1/2 inch. A little bit less than 1/2 inch. Nice mill pocket clip. Nice how it comes down. Doesn't give you a hot spot. And it works really well in the pocket. This is a frame lock, which is kind of unusual in this size. And boy, the action on this. I mean, it's not drop shut, but man, I mean, for a little blade, but it is got some thickness to it. So the weight on this one feels like, I think it's heavier, even though it's titanium. I think it's heavier than the Leek. I feel like it is. More substantial. Certainly the Leek is so thin. And then, of course, you get some, this is all like engraved here. So that is actual texture. It's not like a flat pattern that you just see and it looks like it's got it. It actually has raised feel on it. So it's got a great feel in the hand. Like I said, it's sharp. I'll get some paper out. I was going to cut some paper out. I'm going, well, it feels kind of thick behind the edge. I don't know how it's going to do. And then I did this and I did that and I did it again, and it cut really well. So I didn't even touch it up or anything. This is just straight out of the storage case. Yeah, working really good. I mean, nice action. I mean, the thing is with me, I kind of like, I guess I have this negative feelings towards a smaller knife. So I kind of like preconceived notions kind of thing. And so I don't give it a fair shot. But since this week, I'm really just carrying smaller knives and really looking at them as what they are, as a smaller knife. I really like this one. I got that other one when I do the knife standards, I already know I like that one. I like that one regardless. That'll be probably towards the end of the week, but yeah. So these two are the premiums in that set. I don't think there's anything else in there that's quite this high end on the materials and the steels and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, really enjoyed this knife. It cut really well. Whittling did really well, and I think it has to do with that thickness behind the edge. It kind of splits that wood a little bit better with the thickness behind the edge, but very smooth through it. Cardboard cuts well. Cut a little bit of that box. I mean, it cuts well in general. It really does. So day three of the small knife carry. So we're almost halfway done. It's Wednesday, and I'm going to be carrying through the weekend. Then it's on to the big boys. But I'm still giving these little guys their chance. Let's put it up against the Parrot. How about that? I don't know if any of you guys have the Parrot. We'll see how they look. I mean, because the Parrot's, it's like a good EDC size. Not what I would call a full-size knife, but you can see there is that piña is smaller, the Caballero. All right, guys, that's it for today. I think everybody's still asleep, so I'm going to go ahead and finish it up. And I will see you guys on the next one.